Welcome to this amazing day. Actually, this is Bara from Dahwa Technology. I'm the marketing director of KSA and Bahrain, and it's really a big honor to be the host of this amazing technology day for ADMC. Thank you. I need to do a big noise for ADMC team. Thank you, ADMC team. Okay, welcome everyone. We will just start our day. It's an amazing day. We have a huge information about the vendors' future, services, and the product. And we will have a nice time together. There is a valuable persons and decision makers in this event. So kindly, let's start with our biggest name, ADMC company introduction. So kindly welcome Mr. Habib to the stage. Kindly, Mr. Habib to the stage. Let's do some noise for Habib, guys. This is your clicker. Okay. This is your mic. Okay. With hands. It's okay. This one working. Go ahead. You are amazing.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome, guys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Habib Khan, working in ADMC family as a product manager. I'm deeply honored to welcome you all for this wonderful event, ADMC Technology Day. I feel such event is first of its kind in the region by a distributor. And we are representing four our major strong partners. It's Supermicro, Hanwha, Alcatel Lucent Enterprises in today's event. Let me start with our corporate overview. We ADMC started as a general trading in 1984. Within a years, we established ourselves as a long-time solution provider within public and the government sector. As you can see, during the previous year, ADMC expanded the business in Saudi Arabia and all the GCC countries. We can start from 2017, where we go with the big step, ADMC IT solution in UAE with the same operational structure. Also in 2019, we established a new unit, it's called ADMC Media, with the operational new office in Qatar also. And a back office in ADM, and a back office in Egypt also. Also in 2019, ADMC, towards 2021, we get certified from some of the, we are certified with ISO 9001 2015. Forty years later, now we have grown to the ADMC which you are seeing and experiencing now. There are some highlights from our side. Sorry, I forgot one of the major thing. In 2019, we opened our business into the entertainment industry also. It's called ADMC Media. These are some of our solution we can provide you. We have the complete solution for IT infrastructure. Here we can represent some of the major partners in today's event. For IT infrastructure, we are representing Bandwidth. For data server and storage solution, we are representing Supermicro. For surveillance solution, we are presenting today Hanwha. And there are other solutions which you can approach ADMC for a better support. Also, ADMC can proudly say that we have a huge warehouse and logistic facilities. There are our major partners. Some of them are not in the event. And Bandwidth, as I mentioned, Bandwidth, Hanwha, Supermicro.
You did a great.
Sorry. This let me finish because this is the first time I am on the stage. So sorry for that. If I have any like information or mismatch the slides, but here I will just close my presentation in a good way.
Okay. Let's do some noise for Habib, guys. You did a great job, Habib.
Okay. We can say proudly that we are one-stop solution which can fulfill all of your requirement related to the business. Let me not take too much time from you, and our partners are waiting. So I will pass to our partners to continue for the event. And not to mention our strength, Mr. Muhammad Al-Ghadi. He is the CEO of our company. Our backbone, Mr. Ayman Zebek. He is our GM. And most precious leader we have, Mr. Samir Batani. Thank you so much all.
Let's do some noise.
And
you did a great job, Habib. Thank you so much, Habib. Thank you so much. Again, more noise for Habib. Since how many you didn't get to the stage, bro? Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so now our next, it is the vendor. It's very stable and very huge vendor. Same of Dahwa, actually. So let's welcome Bandwidth team to the stage, Mr. Jasmine Pirora. Mr. Jasmine, to the stage, Bandwidth team. Thank you so much. Let's do some noise for Bandwidth team.
Okay, so I will tell it correctly now. Yes, so it's Cosmin Berario. Thank you very much for attending this great event. Thank you very much to ADMC for organizing it and inviting us on this great journey to present our future trends, technological trends on our sweet spot and segments. And I really want to extend a welcome on behalf of Bandwidth team. So for me, it's an honor because we have our senior leadership in the room with us, and it's a great opportunity for them to see how we are collaborating in our ecosystem and to see a great amount of partners being present in such a nice event. So thank you very much for joining it, and I hope you would enjoy the presentations that we are going to do on the future trends. And I would like to welcome on the stage Mr. Jens Holzhammer, who is our new managing director, and Mr. Olaf de Bruin, who is our channel director. So Jens
so-
and Olaf, you are welcome to do the presentations in the next.
Let's do some noise. Excuse me. Thank you. This is the clicker. It will be recorded for me, this one.
Okay, cool. So I think it is still morning, me flying in early from the Netherlands. For the people that don't know me, my name is Olaf. I'm the channel director for EMEA, which in easy words means that within my remit I have distribution and the partners that buy from distribution. So many of you I know, I would say. That said, Panduit. Who is familiar with Panduit? At least a couple of hands. That makes me smile. Thank you so much for contribution to my salary, also on behalf of my wife. For all the other people that are not so familiar with Panduit, let me entertain you a little on what we do today. So Panduit, the typical American dream, started 60 years ago with an innovative product, as we know as a wire duct. So this gentleman, Mr. Caveney, came up with a bright idea. He developed this product based on a need. And to make a long story short, that is how the name Panduit came to life. Because we were in the electrical panel building industry. So if you have a panel and a conduct, you will make Panduit. So Panduit as a glaze, heading north to above $1 billion, 5,000 employees, which will state that we have a robust team to support the kingdom as well. Our laboratories are appealing to us all. And what we do in the laboratories is, if you have a challenge or you have a customer with a certain need, we are able to build you a proof of concept based on speed, infrastructure needs, cooling needs, heat needs, you name it. We can bring you over to Tinley Park in the US and we can show off jointly with your customer. The patents again show that we are very innovative, and it is no surprise that Panduit supplies robust infrastructure to the majority of the Fortune top 100 companies. Think about the usual suspects, the Microsofts, the Googles, the LinkedIns, etc., etc., etc. So our tagline, connecting the world, is a pretty decent tagline. As we know, today's world and the environment is changing. People talk to people, people interact to people. It's no longer the phone, we do it via internet, we do it via a visual nowadays. And if we think towards what Saudi would like to see with its vision, we will connect the world as well. When we have the Asia Cup, for sure, if you are in the stadium and you make a picture, you like to broadcast that picture. World Cup football, not to forget. We keep people safe on the electrical or industry side, and for sure we build robust data centers. Our technology and our visions do fit 5 horizontal segments. First of all, more or less electrical related, are the oil rigs, the oil plants, etc. Our technology and our solutions you will find back in the plane, trains, and automobiles. Those things nowadays are very intelligent. It's no longer just a cable tie in a device. It is also maybe the data behind the device. Enterprise business, cabling in buildings, not to forget the smart buildings nowadays. PoE, light, etc., etc. Data center, the hype of today, artificial intelligence, jointly with Supermicro, AI, etc. And for sure, industrial. Warehouses need to run, production sites need to produce. that is where you will find Penduit. And jointly with ADMC and many of you, we are able to supply the solutions for tomorrow. 60 years of legacy. 60 years brings trust. 60 years brings confidence to move from A to B. That's why we're here today. Penduit will make an appearance in the Kingdom of Saudi based on a robust team, based on technology and our ecosystem, which you will enjoy as well. So, with no further ado, because I spoke about a robust team, we do have a robust team. This is the org chart of Penduit EMEA. We have a leader, Mr. Ralph Lollies, and our directors, and even I'm still on the slide, so that's all positive. However, Mr. Lollies today unfortunately could not make it, but he will go for retirement. So we wish him all the best and everything that comes along with it. But special for today, I'd like to introduce to you his successor, Mr. Jens Holzhammer. Jens, please come to the stage, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Olaf. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here represented by our valued partner, ADMC, here in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yeah? Oop.
You can stay with this also.
Can stay with this also? Okay, good. It's a great pleasure to be here. At Penduit, partners are not just part of our business, but they are deeply embedded in our success. It's part of our DNA. We work with partners at Penduit. So, and especially in this region, which is a very dynamic market, I just told the colleagues, last time I was here 15 years ago, and this place looked very different to what it is today. So there's many opportunities for growth going forward. Talking of growth, renewable energy is certainly one of them, but also the data center market, the AI, those are very emerging technologies which are booming everywhere in the world, especially here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Lots of innovation, and that's where us as Penduit, we can play to our strengths in terms of innovation, what you've heard from Olaf earlier today. And without further ado, I don't want to steal too much thunder of or time of our valuable colleagues who will talk about the AI technology a little bit and how we can play into that field. So Zacharias will be coming to stage in a minute. So I'm very much looking forward to work with all of you and achieve great things together. And thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Jens. Salam alaikum. How are you? Hello. Thank you for being here. Join us for this wonderful day. We're going to have a very quick technological and technical journey for the next half an hour. We're going to talk about the trends in a data center space, how artificial intelligence reshaping reshapes the data center landscape, some trends, technological trends, and then how Penduit can help you to design and deploy in a scalable and flexible way your data center infrastructure. My name is Zacharias Baveas. I've been with the company 12 years, and I'm responsible for the technical solutions in the region. So, as I said, very quickly, we'll touch on artificial intelligence, some technology trends, market trends, and Penduit products. So it's a fact, and everybody's admitting that the new era in a data center space is artificial intelligence. There is a lot of noise, a lot of things going on, a lot of deployments, investments. It's still very early days, so everybody is discovering how this will be deployed, what will be the impact. But it's a fact that cannot be ignored, and everything is driven from what we say GPUs, okay? Is the graphical processing units that gives the power and the compute capacity to have all this fast processing and the new systems. And we see the trend, we see where we are today, end of 2024, going to 2025, and you see the projection until 2030 is enormous, almost 10 times up. And if you very quickly see the color coding here is not a solution that will be only deployed purely on a data center or high-end processing. We're going to see this in many different sectors, and the question is how we are able to address and position a solution on all these different environments. And as I said, these are from research organizations, some areas where artificial intelligence the users of artificial intelligence can get benefit. You see different type of sectors, starting from customer experience, pricing, digital personal assistance, many areas where we will see artificial intelligence deployments have a big impact on the way we conduct business, on the way we design business processes, okay? How is this impacting us? How this is deployed in a data center, and why it's different than what we used to do so far. In this slide, we see the difference between what we call traditional enterprise data centers, the hyperscalers, Google's, Amazon, Microsoft, and artificial intelligence requirements. As you see, red highlighted, the main big differentiator here is the power. When you consume a lot of power, the cooling and connectivity. So if you allow me to say, talking on this space here is what we call business as usual, the way we used to design data centers until now. By going to artificial intelligence space, you see that on the following slides, the power requirements and cooling are increasing exponentially. And this impact is impacting the way we design, the way we deploy, and the way we operate a data center. Does it mean that everything will be artificial intelligence? No. It's going to be a very good mix and match. However, the way we design a data center has to be scalable and adaptable to support both environments. This is just an indicative layout of a super micro pod, how an AI pod would look like. If you see at the top, these are 5 cabinets, and they consume 40 kilowatts per cabinet. Okay? This is a very dense, you would say, environment. Not only this, the next generation, it goes up to 80 kilowatts per cabinet. When today, when we design data center, the average on an enterprise or hyperscale data center is between 8 to 12 kilowatts. So this means almost 10 times up. Not only this, if we see the NVIDIA latest stack, let's say, they launched it around a few months, it's not in production, it goes up to 120 kilowatts per cabinet. So you understand what is the impact moving from a data center we know today, 8 to 12 kilowatts per cabinet, up to 120. It's 10 plus times higher power consumption, which requires special cooling conditions. And if we see the amount of servers and the GPUs per servers, this exponentially increases the number of connections we have to provision. And although we talk about fiber, which primarily is fiber, all these high-end systems that support critical operations require very reliable management, which is the out-of-band, what we call management per server. So Power and cooling is the major impact. And on this graph, we try to picture for you, based on the current technologies on cooling, what is the supported kilowatts per cabinet. So if we start from the left going to the right, you will see that for up to 25, 30 kilowatts per cabinet, we can still utilize the traditional, or let's say the conventional way of coolings, downflow, in-row, rear dot heat exchangers. By going beyond 50 kilowatts, we need to think differently. The conventional cooling technology cannot anticipate, cannot support these huge power loads. So we need to go either on immersion cooling or direct to chip cooling. What does that mean? This means that data centers that will support these environments will have to be built in purpose to work like this. Will all data centers will have to be redesigned? No. Will all new data centers be designed like this? Not every data center, okay? As I said before, it's going to be a mix and match. So that's why, in order to utilize the existing installed base of data centers, we believe what we're going to see, instead of having all these very high-dense superclusters, as they call them, we may have to spread the load to multiple cabinets in order to be able to operate on a conventional or already built data centers. And when I say already built data centers that are already in a construction phase now, that were designed 3, 4 years ago, data centers that were built 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago, it's not easy to upgrade them from supporting 10 kilowatts per cabinet to 100. So we need to find a way. And although cooling, it may be perceived an easy way to upgrade, power availability is the other big bet, okay? It's not easy to have this big power available everywhere. It's not easy to have this power available within the cities. When we talk artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, means we need to have the processing close to the source, okay, in order to process very quickly the information and return meaningful information. It's not easy tomorrow to go and build in the city center of Riyadh a data center that will consume, let's say, 300 watts or 1 megawatt. So these purpose-built data centers most likely will be not outside the city centers, but still we will have to deploy systems on our existing data centers, and this is what we're most likely going to see. And this is supported from this side, where regardless if the data center will support artificial intelligence processes, we see what is the projected trend of growth on the data center market per theater, okay? And if I go to the EMEA region and we see how it's between cloud and enterprise, you see that both market segments have a growth trend until 2028. This is the forecast. So we're going to see a big increase on data center investment. Not necessarily all of them will support artificial intelligence. It will be a mix and match, and the question is how we as a vendors, as a technology advisors, can help you to address these requirements. Another big impact on a data center space is what we call the net topology, how we interconnect the systems, how the networks are deployed. And there is a big shift from the traditional way of designing networks to the new, what we call collapse, to increase the throughput and speed of connections. We talk about 400 gig, 800 gig, 1.6 terabit, okay? And this is a very, you could say new, but very well-established topology of spine and leaf. This is a common topology on both enterprises, hyperscalers, artificial intelligence, the way we interconnect the systems, okay? As you can see in the middle here, we have what we call a full mesh topology, where everything is connected to everything, in a simple words, okay? What is the impact? A lot of connectivity, okay? And this changes all of the way we mapping the logical topology design to a physical deployment in order to better utilize our infrastructure in terms of connectivity, fiber copper, our rack space, which is a very significant, okay, and to be green, to optimize power and cooling. And we see a big shift from what we used to design about 3-4 years ago of top of rack, a lot of hardware, utilizing rack space in every single cabinet, local connections. We moved to a new way of designing what we call middle of row or end of row. Why is driving this? What is the technology drives this? Is the increase of processing on the switch gear, faster switches, higher throughputs, and what we call the breakout topology, where you can map on a physical interface multiple logical interface. We call it this 4-to-1, or now with the new technology of base 16, 1-to-8. So this is just a very quick example of having one RU switch that supports 100 gigabit interfaces, where we have one-to-one connections, and on the same form factor, the same switch below supports 400 gig per port, okay? So if we associate, although the total SASE consumes more power, if we add the electronics for transmission per switch per port and how much power they consume, and we have one-to-one connections, going to the top SASE below, where we have 400 gig, we can deploy what we call 1-to-4 or 1-to-8, and we decrease the total amount of power by a very big factor. It's not only this, the life cycle of our active equipment inside a data center typically is between 3 to 4 years, which means this is a best practice. Every 3-4 years, all the customers refresh the equipment. So if we deploy less equipment, when the time for refreshing comes, you have to change less hardware devices, less CapEx, okay? And it's easier during this migration. So this is the topologies we can help you with, what that means, this breakout, where from a physical port, you see on the left, this may be a 400 gig interface, it may be an 800 gig interface that are available today, or 1.6 tera in the future, where you can map it physically, okay, to 8 times smaller data rates. So the 400 can go to 8 times 50, the 800 can go to 8 times 100, the 1.6 to so on, okay? Different topologies depending the data center layout. This is, for example, within the same cabinet. This is across multiple cabinets for better cable management, okay? Or if you want to split between different cabinets, you have to use 2 different cassettes. I know maybe it's too much information and we go quite fast, but I will be more than happy after the session if you want to catch up and explain. This is just to indicate, to show you that the new way of designing data center is not so straightforward as it used to be, one-to-one connections. There are many factors that come to play that are not only related to what we want to deploy in terms of IT architecture, is how we save space, how we better utilize our active components, and how we better manage the budget we have, not for the day one deployment, but when the time comes to refresh our equipment, okay? This is the new trend, but at the bottom, what we demonstrate here is the current data centers, they were designed and were deployed with the technology that existed a few years ago, mainly based on what we call base 8 and base 12, which means on every fiber, on every trunk, 8 or 12 fibers. So how we can utilize this moving and preparing to be future-proof? We're going to have, as a Pandit, some cassettes, as we call them, where we will bring the existing infrastructure, let's say 4 times 12, 48, on one end, and on the other end, we will give you 3 times 16. Okay? So how Pandit can help you on this? Very often we are asked how we can design a future-proof data center, how we can design a data center that we will be capable to address all the technological evolutions and trends for the next 5, 6 years. If we say today, yes, we can do it, sorry to my commercial managers, it's not true, okay? Because technology changes so fast. By the time we start discussing a solution, we design the solution, you see the next evolution, okay? And this evolution is driven by the IT vendor, like Supermicro, by the network vendor. But what we can do as a Pandit, or what we can help you, is design your infrastructure, the physical layer, which will provide you reliable and sustainable fundamental to run your IT processes in such a way that is scalable and flexible to adapt to the upcoming changes or evolutions. So as data center is primarily driven on the physical layer from fiber, we have what we call the high density flexible enclosures in different form factors, where on the same enclosure, we can support you without doing any changes, many different form factors of cassettes. What that means when we say form factor of the cassettes, depending the size of the cassettes, we define the input and the output. This is what we call 4-to-1 breakout, 1-to-16, base 16 breakouts within the same chassis without having to take away the enclosure, replace it, or provision extra space. We need the same infrastructure. As I said, although we talk primarily for fiber on these data rates, the way we increase the computing processing, the GPUs, and the intelligent device in data center, we're going to see a big increase on what we call out-of-band management. How you can manage each individual CPU or GPU component without impacting the production network. So although we thought that copper is fading away, okay, and will not has a bottleneck or a limitation what data rates can support, it comes again very strongly to play, not for the production network, but for the management. So you're going to see a huge increase, especially on artificial intelligence deployments, where every chassis, 3-4U may have up to 8 GPUs, where each of these GPU will require an out-of-management interface to control. So what does that mean? It means that the amount of cabling infrastructure in a data center and in a very congested space is increasing exponentially. So provisioning the right pathways to accommodate these needs, not for day one, but for future expansion, is very crucial. So when it comes to this, we have a new product line, a wire basket, primarily to support the copper path for copper installation, okay, different widths and sizes with a series of accessories, and the very well-known fiber runner, again in different dimensions, with all the appropriate accessories, provisioning the right bend radius to route your trunks, your pre-terminated cabling, your patch cords, okay? And as per the standards, somebody's calling me. And as per the standard and best practices, very, very important that sometimes customers overlook or designers overlook, when we design pathways, we need to provision capacity no more than 40 or 50% in order to be able to accommodate future needs. And as we talk about high density, it's very crucial when you deploy how we monitor, how we trace our connections, how we capture where a cable is connected, what is the near end and what is the far end, okay? In such a high density environment, this is pictures from live environment. it's very difficult to label and capture, to identify cables, and it's even harder when something goes wrong to identify the connection to isolate the problem. So to address this, Pandit has launched a very unique solution. We call it Rapid ID. Feel free to come to our booth or during the break to discuss, where all Pandit cables, copper and fiber, they come from the factory, pre-labeled, as we call it, with a unique barcode, okay? Without any extra cost, okay? All our codes are coming with this, and you can use a scanner and a free of charge application we offer to do what we call the physical to logical automated mapping, where you can build all your connectivity. What is the benefit? The benefit is that if I go back, look all these labels, okay? Oops. All these labels. It may look very nice, day one, but during the life cycle of the data center, where you have multiple move-out changes, realistically, and be honest, very few people take the time to update the labels. Very few people take the time whenever they make a change to print and issue a new label. So what is the differentiation with this solution? Is that all connections are associated with this unique barcode the patch code has. So very easily, you make a connection, you log into the software, you find the cable, you find the barcode, and you use this unique barcode to reassociate it with a new far end and rear end. No printing labels, no having flags sticking out, very easy and very fast. Last but not least, as a Panduit, we can support you as a partner, as a customer, to design an end-to-end physical infrastructure, which is the fundamental to run reliably and in a sustainable way your business. So we have a complete offering, starting from grounding, cabinets, power distribution within the cabinets, UPSs, fiber, copper connectivity, pathways, optical distribution frames. All products designed and developed by Panduit, and I'm emphasizing on this because at the end of the day, you have multiple products where you put them all together, you have a good solution, a good integrated and compatible solution. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy after the session to go in more details.
Thank you, Mr. Zakaria. Kindly, any question for Mr. Zakaria on his valuable presentation, please raise your hand. Just to stay on the stage for a second, please. Any question for Bandwidth team, please? Just raise your hand. Any question for Bandwidth team? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's do some noise for Bandwidth team. Thank you, Mr. Zakaria. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So our second vendor in our day-to-day technology day, Supermicro. Let's welcome to the stage Supermicro team. Please to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome everyone for this great event today. In this section, we will aboard a topic related to digital transformation and how Supermicro, after 31 years of existing, see the digital transformation and how what is our role in boosting the digital transformation of our customers. So this video is supposed to be with sound, but unfortunately it seems there is technical issue. So the main idea behind this video to show that the AI is no more in the research or theory, but it's in the reality. We are using today the AI is in the DNA of any product and any service. Today we talk that data plus AI it's equal to the value. So you can see the use of the AI in the healthcare. We can see the use of AI in many industries, such in the finance, in the traffic control, also in the pharmacy industry, as well in the oil and gas industry, the manufacturing. We talk a lot about the industry 4.0, and we see that, as they said, the AI or models graduate from the high school and from the universities, and they are taking PhD. So they are saving lives. They are making our life more easy and more interesting. We will see also that AI are capable to create music for humans. So we can see the level of creativity is reaching this technology. So, as we mentioned today, the AI is in our daily work, in our daily life, and our industry is jumping from opportunity to opportunity, starting from the mobile, the big data, the 5G, but based on Gartner and IDC, we are in the top of the AI hype. And you can see that Supermicro, we are leading the supply as a supplier to our customers. And we have these windows of between 5 to 10 years, and we can see that based on IDC also, that there is a market which we have the opportunity of more than $1,000 billion related to this industry. So the question now, what is the role of Supermicro to support the digital transformation of our customers? Mainly, we are addressing the main challenges of our customers. So more customers are asking about the capacity planning, the time to delivery, and the time to market when they purchase or acquire and they start this journey of their digital transformation. Also, they ask a lot of questions related to the infrastructure integration. They will say, for example, what is the compatibility of this new solution with the previous one, the scalability, the skill gaps of their teams. Also, there is always a concern regarding the security and regarding the cost. So whatever the industry, we can see these common challenges. And today, Supermicro is in the middle of this digital transformation journey. We are supporting our customers to store their data, to manage their data. We are supporting our customers to have their cloud and AI factories in a plug-and-play way. And also today, we are supporting our customers to reduce the skill gaps. You can see also today, we are present with all these, our colleagues from the technology enablement, from the architect team, from the pre-sales team. Mainly, we are doing a lot of workshops, and we are doing a lot of training sessions to enhance the skills and reduce the gaps. So today, Supermicro, we are standing as the one-stop shop for total IT and AI solution. Today, as I mentioned previously, after 31 of our existence in the market, we passed from a business which was focused on the product, providing the best servers, best storage, to a role of an industry solution expert, to the one-stop shop for the complete plug-and-play rack solution. So today, we are able to provide a solution in very very optimized time. As you see, when you say plug and play, the solution is full installed, pre-configured, ready to be on. Also, in our DNA, you can find that we give the choice, freedom to our customers. We stand in the same distance between all the vendors. There is no lock-in related to any part of the server. We don't have lock-in in terms in firmware or others. Also, we own our manufacturers, and we are supporting the green computing. There is an interesting session after me related to the liquid cooling, which Supermicro is doing a lot of effort to provide this solution. So as we mentioned, today we are the one-stop shop to provide IT solution. We are providing till level 12 of rack integrity, from the screw of this the server to the system with the OS, with the database, with the software-defined storage, till the rack and the multi-rack. And we are supporting our partners and our customers from the earlier pre-sales engagement to the solution design, the assembly, the test, and the after-sales support. So in this digital transformation journey, Supermicro, we are selecting the best in terms of provider of GPU, CPU, and other components. In terms of GPU servers, we have this big portfolio which gives the choice to the customer to go with SXM GPU, PCIe GPU. If they need 8 GPU, provide. Also, we have some GPU server can support 10 GPU. We have the workstation, super workstation, which can support till 4 GPU. In terms of computing, we have the multi-node solution. So we have the Blade, the Big Twin. Big Twin is very interesting solution where we have 4 servers in 2 rack unit, and they are sharing 2 power supply, which allow to the customer to reduce to have optimized rack in terms of space and also in terms of cabling and power. In terms of the servers, so we have the single socket, dual socket, 4 socket, and 8 socket. We have also the edge servers, which can comes with fanless servers, which can be also in the outdoor scenarios used. In terms of storage, you can see that we have this just bunch of disk or just bunch of flash, and we are also having a software-defined storage where we support the file storage, object, and the block storage to support the VDI, the AI, the parallel storage, and also the video surveillance, and so on. Also, Supermicro provide a networking solution. So you can see that we provide from 1 gig, 10 gig, 25, till 800 gig data center network solutions. In terms of data center facilities, we provide an end-to-end liquid solution. We will have a session with my colleague dedicated to this solution. So from the outdoor tower to this cooling distribute unit to the dispatch heat and to the pallet. So it's end-to-end solution from Supermicro, including the liquid. For sure, we need to manage and orchestrate all our solution. This is why we have the Super Cloud Composer solution. It's a data center enterprise management solution, which we can manage our point of deliveries. We can also manage and control the compute, the network, the storage, and all the part of the data centers. So we are providing, as we mentioned, the solution with our ecosystem, or our appliance and servers are certified on the NVIDIA, the OpenStack, Red Hat, Microsoft, and so on. Also, we provide 5G solutions, and we provide this certified component from Toshiba, Samsung, and so on. So, as we mentioned also, today we are in the solution level, we are in the application level. We can support our customers to build their use cases like the facial recognition and object analytics, and also we can support our customers for this kind of scenario in the intelligent and safety transportations. We have also some customers, we supported them in the healthcare and also in the manufacturing industry. In terms of references, today we have a lot of references in the cloud, in the storage, in the finance and education, oil and gas, and HPC. So in the final, our key message today is that Supermicro is becoming the one-stop shop for total IT solutions. Today there is a big opportunity. The AI and all these technologies are opening the market and giving opportunity to us to grow, and Supermicro is your partner to provide for you a complete plug-and-play rack solutions. Thank you for your time.
Let's welcome Mr. Ahmed Mustafa from Supermicro to the stage. Welcome, Mr. Ahmed.
So first of all, my name is Ahmed Mustafa. I am a senior FAE taking care of Middle East and North Africa. I think all of you know about Supermicro, right? Quickly, Supermicro is accelerating everything in our life. Every single aspect of our life are being accelerated by Supermicro. So whatever the industry you are working with, either it's media, teleco, e-commerce, automotive, cloud, VDIs, consumer, financing, we have a solution to enable it to be faster. So this is respective to the application layer. So from where Supermicro's perspective work is that if you accelerated the application that the customer is working with, as you guys working with, this means more revenue for you. This means everything is accelerated. So how we are doing the acceleration? It's very simple and very easy. So first of all, we work on the application layer to detect what is the best solution for this application to work. Either from the perspective of hardware specialized, if it needs high core count, high memory, high networking, high solution, high bandwidth, high capacity. And after that, if it's an AI, Supermicro is the best AI computing vendor in the world. And that is not what Supermicro is saying, actually. This is even, if you hear it on the internet, CEO of NVIDIA have said that Supermicro is the best company that is capable of building an AI servers. And then the rack cluster. And when it comes to rack cluster, the solution, either it's a liquid cooling, and that's a trend that is going on in the market right now. Thanks to Bandwidth team, they were talking also about the liquid cooling, and it's coming in our region. It's a wave that is coming, and we will not resist it. Why? It's very simple. You know that nowadays, we have a CPU with 1 kilowatt, and the GPUs with 2,000 kilowatt is coming. This means that you can imagine a single rack with 64 GPUs is around 130K of kilowatts. How you are going to cool that? That is a liquid cooling, and that's a different topic we are going to talk about today. On the other side, if we are talking about the memory, the idea here is that when it comes to AI and GPUs, they like the memory. They are a memory-hungry solutions. So when all the cluster work as a single memory, this means more performance. This means faster AI. By the way, since we are talking about the cluster, you know that the biggest AI cluster in the world is built with Supermicro, and it's called XAI, actually. It's a Twitter AI, the new innovation, and it's built by Supermicro. So, not only on the data center level, Supermicro also work with you on the edge, because we see the edge and the AI and the computing at the edge is something is very, very important, and we see it trending even in the Middle East a lot. How many of you have seen smart traffic control systems? How many of you have seen license plate recognition systems? All these applications is being run on the edge. And Supermicro is taking care of it. Either it's on the edge or at the data center. So, let's accelerate our cloud. As we can see, by the way, we are seeing a trend that is a lot of people are moving back from public clouds to the private clouds. Actually, more than 68% of the biggest guys worldwide are moving back from public cloud to private cloud. Why? It's very simple. It's easier for you to control the resources. In case of the resources in the cloud, you can't control it. But when it's a private cloud, you can easily control your resources. The performance, any public cloud in the world, you can't expect the performance because actually you are shared somehow. But in your private cloud, it's very easy to expect the performance of your cloud. Security, and this is a major issue here. Your data, when it goes to the public cloud, where is it? Who can have access to what? Do you know? No one knows. In reverse to the private cloud, you have a full control over your data and the security, and this is very crucial. Even if the public cloud is hosted inside the country, this doesn't mean your data is secure, because again, no one knows who have access to the underlying part. In the private cloud, you have a control over that. Scalability, come on, scalability is the easier part. And Supermicro can help you with the scalability. We can design with you how your future cloud will be looking like. Starting from now up to 10 years in the future, how your cloud will be built, so you can have all control over it. So people are saying that there is a public cloud beliefs, right? People are saying that it's a fast building. I don't believe that in person. Fast building like in deploying, so fine, but you will deploy either an infrastructure as a service or a platform as a service, which means still you will build the things. It's the same time. Using Supermicro hardware and our softwares, you can deploy it rapidly. We even have a software that can manage your day 2 operations without any issues. Quick scaling of application at the end, quick scaling of application is just how you will design your application. And our super micro expertise can help you even design the scalability of any cloud. You want to scale at a level, you want to go bigger, we can help you on that. And when it comes to the flows, there is a lot of flows in the public cloud, actually. One of them is, and that is the main reason why people are moving back from public cloud, it's expensive. If you look at it on the long run, it's too much expensive, especially if your resources are big. The bigger you are, the more expensive it go. However, in case of private cloud, you are investing in your equipment and in your data center. So it's your own. So how to lower your total cost of ownership? This is what every one of us care about, right? How we pay less, how to lower our total cost of ownership. It's very easy. The path is your private cloud. A private cloud is your guarantee to lower the total cost of ownership. And if any one of you guys want to do this exercise, we can assist you on that. How is your public cloud is going, and how we can help you to reduce your total cost of ownership. So, when it comes to infrastructure of your cloud, it's very easy. This is the 4 main concepts of what you need to put in mind when you want to build or accelerate your cloud. First thing first is computational power. The GPUs, the CPUs, the TPUs. And that's a very easy one. The second one is your storage solution. And mainly on premises, or why people are worrying in our region, because the cost per tera and performance per tera of any storage solution currently that is not cloud adapted or cloud ready or not super micro is a lot higher. In super micro, we can guarantee the best total cost of ownership per tera, per performance, per watt, per price. And this is one of the key factors how you can easily migrate to a private cloud. Networking and the connectivity, studying your application needs and studying your business needs, we can ensure that we will fit you with the best network. So, for example, if it's an AI, that means that usually it needs low latency networking. We can assist you on that. If the application is, for example, a normal exchange or Active Directory, it doesn't mean that. So we will go with the Ethernet solution. So our solutions are ready to adapt whatever you want. And the main thing is that security and compliance. Please, when you want to build either putting your things in the public or a private cloud, look how much it's secure and comply with your current country laws and how much your data is in security. I will tell you a small incident. How many of you have tried the application of how I look like 10 years ago? Any one of you tried the Facebook app that asks you to upload your 10 years old big picture and then it will expect how you will look like in 10 years, right? You tried this application, guys? Anyone? Yes, thank you. So what happened is you trained an AI with your data that you didn't give them the permission to do. This is a very small example of how it works. Security and compliance can be a very innocent looking shape. Like, okay, let's see how you look like after 10 years. But you know that there is an AI model that has been trained with your data, your pictures. So this is how it works. So security and compliance is a key critical issue you need to know and work on. So how Supermicro is accelerating the age? So the age is a lot of things, actually. I will give you small examples. The market. Have you seen any smart market in Saudi Arabia? I don't recall one, but is there any smart marketing in Saudi Arabia? There is some countries where even you don't need a cashier, you don't need an application in the Supermicro. What happens is you take your shopping bag, go inside the supermarket, and put the items, and the AI automatically detect what you are putting in the bag and what you are not putting at the bag or getting it out of the bag. And you go out, as soon as you leave the market, your credit card has been built. That's it. This is how even the simplest thing, traffic control. Traffic control with AI and smart age can detect when to lock or unlock the roads. So for example, if we see a lot of cars going to the downtown and it's critical, or there is someone moving there, or there is an accident on the way, the AI system can automatically detect that I need to close this road or redefine the road of the people outside of this traffic jam. And all this is happening at the edge. Still, at the retail, I told you, at the hospital level, you know that at hospitals, how many, I think all of us have done an X-ray somehow. For example, I have done it multiple times. So when you are waiting for the X-ray result or report, you send it to your doctor, and the doctor does the analysis and reply. Do you know that there is a model, an AI model, is able to detect the broken bones from only showing the X-ray to it? So as soon as you scan it and give him the X-ray, it will say you have a broken at 3 centimeters away from this bone. Not only that, there is a country here in the Middle East that is curing skin tissues or skin issues detecting using AI and machine learning. So they take a photo of the patient, upload it to the model, and the model can tell you what is the disease is on the skin, actually. This is how much the age is important. To be able to do that, this need a different types of GPUs, CPUs. For example, if it's a traffic detection or something in the street, it doesn't make sense that I put a data center GPU at this area. What happened is we have things like Helio M2. This is a very small GPU that is capable of doing a lot. This very small GPU is there. And we have the data center GPUs. The idea here is that we are capable of accelerating the solution wherever it's at the edge, or at the edge from small to medium to large to extra large. And we have a solutions for that. Not only that, we have a solution that even can work outdoor. So it's an IP67, which means it's protected from sand and rains. So it can still in the street and work flawlessly. So as I was talking, generative AI is one of the new trends. All of us use the generative AI, right? Do you use ChatGPT? ChatGPT, I mean, yeah, all of us. I'm using it personally like crazy. And I'm using also an Arabic models like crazy nowadays. There is an Arabic models like ChatGPT is working. And it has been trained. Again, at the age, after we train that, we need the application to work and detect and do inference at the age. The model that work, the models that do the analysis. And we are capable of doing it. So either, as I was saying, in a gas station, in a hospital, in a factory, there is also what we call a twin world. Have you heard about your digital twin concept? A digital twin concept is that a machine that is capable of doing what you are doing right now at the age. So a factory robot like that can be managed remotely. Recently, in Germany, they were capable of doing, using the digital twin concept, they were capable of doing an operation on a patient, and the doctors was in the United States. The patient was in Germany, and the doctors was in the United States. So what happened is, as soon as the digital twin, he moved his hand, the digital twin on the other hand control the edge device and tell him move your hand. So it starts moving its hand and do to this persistent. I'm sure you understand what it means to do an operation digitally. So one of the key factors of a winning solution, either in the cloud, in the AI, is how to accelerate the storage. And it's very, very, very important. So the main things when it comes to accelerating the storage is to deliver your application need from a capacity point of view, and the most important is from performance point of view. I have seen huge amount of RFPs in Middle East. I'm not saying even alone in Saudi Arabia. In Middle East, that is stating storage information without the need of performance. This is very crucial. You need guys to tell the vendors, it's not only Supermicro, it's just a general advice. We need this type of performance. It's not only the cost per tera, no. It's a cost per tera per performance. And the second most important thing is that how the storage solution is efficiently able to manage the data. Okay. Either the storage solution need to scale up or scale out. This is very important. Study your scalability needs in at least the next 5 years. And Supermicro, we can assist you in that. And the most important that I personally advise and like most, please guys, please stop using a preparatory system. If the storage solution cannot expand without being logged to a vendor, this is a wrong solution. Because what happens is that the vendors sell you the cup for 10 cents and sell you the water for $1. So he will be cheap at the first, but it's a preparatory one, which means when you want to expand, he will say, I will make you pay twice. And you can't say no because you already done the investment. So this is the strategy how it works. And the most important is when you want to do the storage, look at its capability of doing disaster recovery and recovering your data. This is very important. I have seen a lot of solution, a storage solution that is magnificent. But if you lose the data, there is nothing they can do, which means this storage is useless, actually. So let me go faster. They are asking me to go faster because of time. So we have a solution that can fit all the needs. We have a solution for enterprise storage. We have a solution for high-capacity storage. We have a multi-node storage solution. And we have a beta scale, all flash. All of you know that one beta is 1,024 terabyte, right? This is a 1U device, 1U, that is capable of handling 1 peta storage in a 1U. I will not go deeply in teleco because of the timing, but yeah, we can assess the teleco. The 5G is also another trend, and I love it in Saudi Arabia. I love it, everyone is looking at it. I love it how we are in Saudi Arabia are seeing the 5G's growth. In Supermicro, we have a solution for 5G for everything. Even if you want to build your own private 5G network, we have a solution that can help you to do so. So if you need more information about 5G teleco, please come to us. We are ready to help you with that. And the financial sectors, we are also able to accelerate the financial sector, either from the point of view of ultra-high speed compute and storage, or the market segmentation, or let you gain a competitive edge over any other financial. So a bank with Supermicro is a lot faster than a bank that is not running over a Supermicro solution. So it's your choice, guys. So any questions? Thank you so much.
Kindly, any questions for Supermicro team, please? Thank you so much for your valuable information, Supermicro team. Guys, thank you for listening. We will have just a 15 minutes coffee break with prayer time. Kindly join the coffee break outside for 15 minutes. We will come back to listen to the other vendor presentation. Thank you so much. It was a long coffee break, actually. So the next coffee break, we will make it shorter because we will have to go to the lunch together. Okay, guys. So now we will go back to our valuable vendors. So we will start with Hanwa presentation. Mr. Muhyiddin Arab, kindly welcome to the stage. Let's make some noise for Muhyiddin Arab.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhyiddin, and I'm representing today our company, Hanwa Vision. Today we're going to be talking about the core values and the added value that Hanwa brings, and the city surveillance and the camera technologies. Just a small brief about our company. Hanwa is a Fortune 500 company. We are one of the biggest 500 companies in the world. And we are one of the 100 most influential companies in the world. The company has been founded 72 years ago. We have been in the market for a long, long time. And we are one of the top 7 biggest companies in Korea. And our network is global. We have presence in all continents, in Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Our company today is valued with a yearly sales of over 60 billion US dollars. Hanwa's business does not stop only with security. Hanwa has multiple subsidiaries. We have companies under the aerospace and mechatronics, companies in space, aviation, defense, security, and mechatronics. We have in finance, insurance services, finance, and global business. And also we have in retail and services, in construction, premium retail, hospitality, culture, and lifestyle. So, just a small fun fact, Hanwa Solar is the leader in the market in the world. Today we cover large-scale solar systems, and we have one of our largest installations is with Facebook, Meta. And Hanwa is ranked number 24 in defense globally. And we are the first private aviation and aerospace company in Korea. Let's talk about Hanwa Vision, the company that we're here today to talk about. Hanwa Vision, recently, a few months ago, we've opened our regional headquarters in Saudi Arabia as part of the Vision 2030. We have finalized our registration, and we have opened our regional headquarters here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with the Saudi commercial registration. And this office will be our headquarters for the Middle East and Africa. And we will be managing the whole region from Riyadh. So, what makes Hanwa competitive and what makes us different from everyone else in the market? So, first of all, as I said, Hanwa is a 70-plus-year-old company. Hanwa Vision is a 30-plus-year-old company in the video surveillance. So, we have the know-how, we have the knowledge, we have the optical and image processing planning. Number 3, we have something that's very important today to any customer, and that is cybersecurity. We have the end-to-end solution, which we're going to talk about shortly. We have comprehensive quality control, and we have a global supply chain. So, our solution is based on vision technology. Goes beyond security by utilizing vision technology, image processing, and analytics to offer our customer convenience and valuable insights. So, we have our collective vision data, which is AI cameras and IoT sensors. We have data analytics based on the platform. We have server-based solutions, and we have cloud-based solutions as well. And most importantly, we have the value-added service for our customers. We deliver useful information and insights that actually benefit our customers, business based on data analytics. So, our product range starts with our core business, which we started 30 years ago, which are the cameras. We have the full range that can cover almost all verticals. We have our audio solutions that covers the speakers, the microphones, and the servers. And we have the software solution for the storage, recording, and video management software. The most important part is all these three systems are a well-organized, integrated systems that you can all manage through one platform. Just a short Hanwha references in Saudi Arabia. We've done many prestigious projects here in Saudi since we've been here in the market for almost 25 years in Saudi Arabia itself. It ranges from hospitality, banking, industrial, and so forth. So, let's talk about what's new in the market industry today. Hanwha has recently released our new WiseNet chipset 9 in the market. And as we all know, today there are many, many camera manufacturers in the market, right? How do we differentiate ourselves from everyone else in the market is with the chipset that's on board of the camera, the brain, the processor that defines what the camera can do. So, number one, we have the on-edge and serverless analytics. One of the main features that Hanwha can offer is our cameras can process and work on the analytics and artificial intelligence on board of the camera itself without needing to have a server. Number two, we have the deep learning, where the camera can learn and adapt to the scenes that it's providing. We have the analytics, the security, the safety, the business, and the customization. Today, we see a lot of camera providers. They give you a bundle of 10, 15, or 20 analytics. But what they don't tell you is you cannot run all these analytics at the same time. And that is where Hanwha WiseNet 9 chipset comes to differentiate from everyone else, is that what you see with our product is what you get. So if we tell you that we have 10 analytics, it means we can run all 10 at the same time. We have a simple interface that is very user-friendly. We have a dashboard for security and business events. We have forensic search, where our cameras can detect and identify based on forensic search. meaning you can search for a human, whether it's male or female. You can look for certain features, like he's wearing glasses, or wearing a hat, or a backpack, or certain attributes in what the person is wearing. We have instant notification to control room or the mobile app, so that the operators can deal with the alarms immediately. We have scheduled events. And the most important part for a lot of people is the total lowered cost of ownership. So your return on investment would be much better with our technologies. And technology-wise, we have one of the highest WDRs in the market with the AI Y-Stream, which helps you manage your bandwidth and your storage, and the shutter speeds for high-speed highways and railways. So Hanwa's promise is to protect your business, grow your business, customize your analytics, and quick investigation, because in today's market, the number of cameras is increasing day by day. With the MOI regulation and the HCIS regulation, the Commission Industrial Security, the number of cameras is increasing a lot. So before, we used to rely a lot on the human factor to cover and monitor the cameras, but today we have AI to do that for you. So one of our latest releases is the long-range bullet camera. It's a 4K camera with 31x zoom. That's our latest technology we have released. Usually we see this high zoom in PTZ cameras, but we have released it in a bullet-shaped form. And if we can see here, the AI and object classification, the camera is able to detect if it's a person, the face, the vehicle, the license plate, and all the other attributes, whether it's the gender, color, bag, face, and etc. And this is a NEMA 4X camera, which means it's HCIS compliant. So this is our latest baby. We're going to see here a small video that we have. So this camera has been installed here in Saudi Arabia. As you can see, the camera is installed here, and we are monitoring the roundabout, which is almost 500 meters away, half a kilometer away. From half a kilometer away, the camera is able to detect the vehicles, the people inside the vehicles, and also the license plate of each vehicle that's crossing. The difference between this and the PTZ camera, we all know that the PTZ, once you tilt it away, you're going to be losing your scene. But with this one, you can focus on a certain area and cover it, whether it's a big fence or parking area or etc. Also recently, in Q1 of 2024, we have released the smart pole solution. Why solar poles? Because number one, it's energy efficient, innovative, sustainable and eco-friendly, free and clean energy. It will save time and money, especially in projects where you don't have infrastructure and you don't have to do the excavation and the civil work, so you can use a solar solution. It's a modular design, meaning it comes in different shapes and forms and colors depending on the site and depending on your needs. It's a super easy installation. Remote monitoring. So this pole that you see here is completely customizable, meaning that you can choose how many solar panels you need. how many cameras you want to install, and you're not only limited to installing cameras on this pole. So basically, you can install cameras, intercom, a 911 call if you want to use this on the highways. So we can install like a emergency call button. If you want to use it for entertainment, we can also add monitors so you can run advertisements. And it falls under a 5-year warranty from Hanwha. So, as we said, one of the main features and differences about this pole, let's see here, a small clip. So as we can see here, we have installed speakers, cameras, fixed camera, PTZ camera. We have the pole with the solar panels. It comes in a modular design. If you see here, the modules are installed vertically in a 360-degree manner. So the old conventional way, the pole and the module would be facing the sun at only 8 hours. But with the modular design, as long as the sun is up, the 360 design will be able to take the energy from the sun and convert it into power. Easy to install. As I said, the pole is customizable also by size. The height is customizable and the color. It's also easy to disassemble and assemble in case if you have like an event, so you can install it and then remove it very quickly. The type and the shapes of the cameras are also customizable. It has also a P2P connectivity, so you can run the cameras over Wi-Fi or over internet or over the cloud as well. For remote areas, for example, or construction sites, where you just need something temporary, these solar poles can be installed as well. These are some examples that where you can use the cameras for beachside, for agriculture, or anywhere basically remote where you don't have the capacity to run wires under the ground. That's our latest barcode reader camera. This camera, I believe we are the only manufacturer in the market, the only CCTV manufacturer in the market that right now have this type of camera and technology. The BCR camera, basically, it's a camera dedicated for logistics and any company that runs a lot of supply chain. Let's say, for example, as companies like FedEx, Aramex, etc. The barcode camera, basically, it has a dual sensor lenses. One is optical and one is thermal. Basically, it's to track your packages and to make sure, because we all know a lot of times the packages, they either get lost or damaged throughout the transfer process. So these cameras are designed to replace the old system, which is having a barcode reader, an LED light, and a CCTV camera. So basically what we have done is we have combined all these three systems into a one camera that's able to do all the job in one. Basically, it will help you reduce the cost of the items itself, lower the cost of maintenance, and lower the cost of installation. So basically, the AI barcode location search. So regardless of the shape or the size of the box, the camera will detect the barcode, and you are able to track it throughout the whole shipping process. The camera is equipped with artificial intelligence to help manage the dual lens and integration with VLTS. Last but not least, I want to talk about, so we talked about the powerful cameras, the AI, and the analytics. Now I'm going to talk about the backbone that is handling all the data. Hanwha has partnered with Dell Technologies to provide state-of-the-art servers and storage solutions to cover data storage, video processing, the centralized management, the user and access control, the backup and redundancy, and the flexibility. Hanwha has now a solution from Dell, and the Dell solution, it's under a 24/7 support. You call the hotline, and you have either a Hanwha rep or a Dell rep who will be supporting you for anything related to these servers. So we have a huge lineup from their servers, including 512 channels, 128, 256, 384, and all under different technologies depending on the size of the project and the requirement that you need for the project. We have, as I said, the public address solution. Also, it comes customizable with the shapes and size. We have the horns for the outside. We have the in-ceiling that is recessed for places that are more aesthetically needed, for, let's say, to be recessed in the ceiling for hotels, for example. And we have also the speakers. By the way, they are IP speakers, so they are not like the conventional ones. They connect directly to your servers immediately. It's a PoE and PoE Plus, depends on which models we choose. They come in different sizes and colors as well. And most importantly, they integrate with the video management software. So the old analog system, you would use to have a controller, a music player, an amplifier, and then the speaker. Today, you just have the speaker that is connected directly to your network via PoE or PoE Plus. So also here, you are reducing a huge number of installation and maintenance. And the nice part about the audio technology here is, number one, you can run music if you want to run music, like a background music, like in the hotels or the malls. It can run the prayer times automatically. It can be linked when it's the prayer time, so it will give us the prayer time. Or it can be used also for security purposes to communicate with whoever that you need to communicate with outdoor on the fence or in any area to have an open communication. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't bore you too much.
Thank you so much. Is there any question for Hanwha team, please? Any question for Hanwha team? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hanwha team. Shukran, Mr. Mahiddin, for your valuable presentation. Now we will go to Alcatel, our valuable vendor. Alcatel, please, Alcatel team, let's welcome Mr. Omar and Mr. Mus'ab al-Mulla on the stage. Mr. Omar and Mr. Mus'ab. Yes, you're welcome. Let's do some noise for Alcatel. They were waiting for a long time.
Hello, everyone. How is the energy level? High, medium, low? We need your attention for around how many hours, Mus'ab? 3 or 4 hours?
Maybe 5 will be enough.
So it's only a 30 minutes. We need your attention for a 30 minutes. And thank you, ADMC, for the day. I just have one word. It's wow. It's really a pleasure to be today here with all of you. I personally love the sequence today we see in Technology Day. We start with different technologies and we start with the passive. Then we move to the backbone of the servers and also the other items from micro. Then we saw the security. And for sure, for all this, we need a solution to connect them together. And this is our message in Alcatel Lucent Enterprise, where we are connecting everything, people, things, and more. I leave just the floor to Mus'ab, just to give a discovery or a quick introduction about Alcatel. Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Is it work? You can hear me well? I don't think so, right? Yeah. Hi, everyone. I am Mus'ab Al-Mulla, the solution architect for the data portfolio, and my colleague Omar, he is handling the collaboration and communication part. We will start talking about Alcatel and our journey. We are over 100-year company. We started in 1919, and from there we had many occasions, but mainly in 1999 we started our business in the data or in the networking part by acquisition a company called Zylan. So before, we were only focusing on the communication and telecommunication part. After that, in 2006, we become as an independent company who mainly focusing on the enterprise solution with mainly 3 pillars, which is the data networking part and the communication and software parts for the management and unified management for our solution. Next. Now, where we are now indirect business vendor. As usual, we are selling and supporting our customers through more than active 3,000 partners and distributors across the globe. And also we have 2 headquarters, one in Paris, in France. The second one we recently opened in Saudi Arabia here, serving the region in Saudi Arabia and the GCC and also the Africa part. We have also more than 1 million active customers for all converged solutions that we have. Now, Omar, can you tell us about portfolio and our vision and verticals?
Sure. Yes, it's working now. Yeah. Yes, our main focus in actually 3 main division. The first division is the CBD, the communication business division, and also we are focusing in the cloud communication business division, and last but not least, the network business division for both data switches and wireless LAN network. And now also our solution and focus driven by vertical. We have mainly 6 verticals, starting from the government, education, healthcare, transportation, energy and utility, and last but not least, hospitality. We have a dedicated solution, customized solution for each one of these verticals, and we have a very strong installed base and references in each vertical in our portfolio. So Mus'ab, can you give us more information about the network part?
As a first main umbrella of our portfolio, the data portfolio, in our roadmap, always we focus on 3 main pillars that to take in consideration while we are building our switches and Wi-Fi and so on. First, we should always provide a simple automated network that can easily manage and serve all the our customers' requirement. Second thing, the IoT containment based on the needs and demands we have now in the market. So we have fully focused to how to manage and operate and even monitor these devices on top of our wired and wireless infrastructure. Last thing, our business innovation part that coming through our technology partners and eco partners that can complement our portfolio and enhance the user experience. Now, for example, under the automation part, on the operating system level and the hardware part, our switches are smart enough to understand the environment and the situation from the neighbors, neighbors, let's say nodes and network topology that can do a self-configuration, self-attachment, and also self-healing without complication and extra controllers or devices to run these infrastructures. So this is all these kind of capabilities will be on the operating system level of the switch to simplify these kind of features to be applied, let's say, on our network infrastructure. Also, the second main pillar of, or let's say main aspect that every device on top of our network should pass through three main processes. First one, we have to classify and discover the device type that connected on top of our infrastructure, whether it was a camera, PC, IP phone, or whatever. After that, we do a virtual segmentation by assigning a proper VLANs, quality of service, and ACL limiting, and make sure that that endpoint communicating with only the approved or accepted services from the data center or over the internet. Last thing, that we do a continuous monitoring on these devices connected to the network. So if there is any malicious activity or abnormal behavior, we can notify already immediately the network administrators through many ways, through our unified management platform or through our UC applications that we are offering. Since our switches are smart enough and that can understand the traffic to the application level, so we can apply the policies on these all kind of application passing through our switches and access points. For example, if we have UC app like a Rainbow or Teams or any kind of applications, Internet, HTTP, HTTPS, if it's a camera or even any kind of application, we can give it certain quota or a priority, or we can block it, or we can schedule. For example, from this hour to that hour, you can approve such kind of applications, and after that, you can block. Even your customers have an in-house application, we can build a signature in our database for it, so we can apply the policies to enhance the quality of experience of that application. Now, in terms of portfolio, our switching or networking portfolio, we have, of course, our Wi-Fi part with full range in terms of Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, and 6E and 7, with two options of management or two flavors, either on-prem or over the cloud with unified portfolio. So all our ABs can be managed in both ways without having a dedicated portfolio, for example, for the cloud managed and another portfolio for the on-prem. So you can choose even after you have the hardware. In terms of LAN, we have the data center portfolio compacted, one new core switches, data center switches or server farm switches, or we have the chassis modular ones. In terms of access, also we can cover all the requirements with switches with all kind of connectivity, 1 gig, 2.5, 5 gig, and 10G as a downlink with BoE, BoE Plus, HBoE, and UBoE. Also, we have, on top of that, as a part of the business innovation, we have the application part. We have the OmniVista as a unified management platform for the LAN and WLAN. Also, we have the OmniVista, for example, network advisor, who can assist network administrator in taking proper and fast action by one click in terms of any incidents or anything modification you need to do in the network. Also, asset tracking, location-based services. Also, we can provide in all layers in terms of application, analytics server, and the hardware itself in terms of Bluetooth, beacons, and wireless at this point. Omar, what about the voice part? What we can offer in the voice part?
Thank you so much, Mus'ab, and for the insight information about the network portfolio. Now let's move and see more about the communication portfolio. In Alcatel, we divide our solution into two main segments, one for SMB and the other one for enterprise. Why? Just to make it simple and clear to our customers and partners. The SMB solution can support up to 300 users, and with the enterprise, we can support up to 100,000 users. So our solution portfolio for communication driven by three main pillars. The first one about the employee experience, and I believe all of you here, you know that after Corona is not like before Corona. Things are changing, things are moving. Employee now request more freedom to work from any place at any time. So today in our communication portfolio, we are supporting this. We are supporting work from anywhere, mobility, and all the tool and application that the user will need to make it happen. The second pillar is about the customer experience. The demand right now is increasing about the omni-channel communication. All the customers, they want to reach to their service provider using different channels, not like before only one channel. So today we are also with our solution answering this demand, starting from the welcome dispatch, and also we add the personalized touch for each customer. Last but not least, it's about the IT operation. Right now, solution must be available, must be stable, must be reliable. And this is where we are focusing here in the third pillar. We're delivering the security solution. We're delivering stability and high availability with 99.999 for our solutions. And also the easiness of the operation and management, which is also a very important point in the solution. Here is an overview about portfolio. We have a very big and wide portfolio for communication. If we take a look from the bottom, we will see a wide range of disk phones, starting from the entry level to the video endpoint, and also for the mobility, we will see the variety of options today we are delivering, starting from the voice over WLAN handset to the DECT handset and to the soft phone and unified communication application. To the middle, we will see also a rich application that today we deliver along with our solutions for management, for recording, for dispatch, for control center. And also, as I said before, we are driven by vertical. Our focus always in vertical. We have dedicated application for vertical such as healthcare, utility, and also defense. Last but not least, about the solution, as we said before, we deliver for SMB and enterprise, depend on the customer need, on the IT strategy, and also if they want it to be deployed on-site or on-prem, hybrid, or fully cloud. With our portfolio, all this need, we answer it to our customer. So we are with them in their digital transformation journey from the ground to the cloud. Here is our portfolio flyer. Please feel free, don't hesitate to install it to download it, from the internet, or you can reach us at any time with the ADMC to share it with you. I finished. Thank you so much. If you have any question, anything, we will be there in our booth. Please feel free and visit us for any more details or information.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Alcatel team. Okay, the last presentation today, we will call back again Supermicro team to the stage. Mr. Vineet, can you please to the stage, Mr. Vineet?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So this session is going to be about liquid cooling, as the slide suggests. And the idea is to give you a quick brief about what liquid cooling is. So resuming, so basically that's the idea. So I have the agenda here. Why liquid cooling? That's a very important question. Why and what cases should you cater for or go for liquid cooling? Because liquid cooling is not for everyone. It is for specific use cases, and we'll talk about a little bit about that. What are the technologies that can be used as far as liquid cooling is concerned, how to plan for it, and what are the solutions, what Supermicro is doing in that. So that's the agenda basically. So why liquid cooling? Basically the TDPs are rising. Basically what it means is the CPU and the GPUs that are being used today in servers, their power is rising. And because of the power, the heat that they generate is also rising. So just to give you some examples, this is a graph that we've plotted wherein the CPUs are there on the yellow line, and on the blue line, the GPUs are there. So you can see we are already at about 1,000 watts as far as a single GPU is concerned, and about 500 watts as far as CPUs are concerned. So imagine the amount of power that a server requires if you populate a few of these in a server. So that's why liquid cooling is required. So the next thing is workload. What kind of workloads would these platforms be supporting? So you've all heard of AI, you've all heard of ChatGPT. There were a few speakers who were referring to that earlier. And that is what the use case of some of these platforms are. So AI is one large use case of these kind of platforms. High density servers, another use case of these kind of platforms which need liquid cooling. Thirdly is the power constraint. So as is everywhere, and even here in this country, power is at a premium, not just the availability part, but also delivery to the rack of the servers. So wherever you have a power constraint, there also you can utilize liquid cooling and the benefits of liquid cooling. And lastly is density. If you have space constraint, you want to cram in more systems, more servers into a rack, there also you can use liquid cooling. So these are some of the areas wherein you can use liquid cooling. So that's what the slide is suggesting here, that firstly, the liquid cooling is used basically because air is a very inefficient medium to remove heat from a system. Therefore, liquid cooling, which is about 3,500 times better than air, is a better option as far as the technology is concerned. Secondly is cost efficiency. Sorry, my slide animation went for a 6. But thirdly is density and all these aspects that we talked about. Another advantage that you can get from liquid cooling is reliability. Because these servers are getting cooled by liquid, the systems become more reliable because they are less prone to heat damage and oxidization. So these are the three technologies as far as liquid cooling is concerned. Firstly is liquid to air. So you typically in a rack like this one that you have in that corner, if you put a rear door heat exchanger or a rear door chiller, that's when you can get air to liquid heat exchange. What is in the middle is basically direct to chip, where we're trying to cool the heat islands in a server. For example, the CPUs and the GPUs, which generate the maximum amount of heat. And lastly is immersion, where you're dipping the complete server into a liquid. It's like a large tub instead of a rack. It's a large tub in which you're dipping the complete server. So everything goes into that liquid. That's why it is called immersion cooling. So these are the three technologies where liquid cooling is used to cool these kind of servers. But the least intrusive is, as mentioned here, the one in the middle, which is direct to chip cooling. And existing servers can also be cooled using direct to chip cooling. So the data center operations don't need to be widely modified for it. So it is less intrusive, as we've suggested here. And it gives you the maximum benefits as far as liquid cooling is concerned. So this is the inflection point. When do you decide when to go for liquid cooling. So a lot of it depends upon what kind of power you can give to a rack. So if you have power up to 10 or 15 kilowatts, well, liquid cooling may not be a good option because there is very less power that is available. To give you an example, a GPU platform which has 8 GPUs can consume up to 7 kilowatts by itself. So one system consuming 7 kilowatts, so you can maximum put in 1 or 2 of these systems into one complete rack. So you can still go in with an air-cooled system. However, if you want to go in for higher densities, then liquid cooling is the way forward. RDHX here stands for rear door heat exchanger and the direct to chip, of course, that we talked about. So these are the two technologies where it is currently being used widely today. We'll give you some examples. One of the earlier speakers talked about one of the largest liquid cooling deployments that we did, about 100,000 GPUs, liquid cooled, one installation, which is XAI. They recently deployed an AI cluster called Colossus, and that's all direct to chip cooling. So, and if you have more power and if you want to go for higher densities, only then you should go for immersion cooling, because the entire data center operations need to change. Instead of a rack, which is traditionally what a data center has, you would have horizontal tubs, so to say, of liquid, and you would immerse your servers into that. So liquid cooling, immersion cooling specifically, is very intrusive. It changes the entire operations of a data center. However, direct-to-chip cooling is much easier to do, and you don't have to change much. Power efficiency is one of the another reasons why data centers are moving towards liquid cooling, is also because it saves power. Paradoxically, with liquid cooling, less power is consumed, and therefore your operating costs come down. Your capex costs get recovered faster as compared to an air-cooled data center. So it makes a lot of sense if you're using GPU platforms and high-density platforms to go in for direct-to-chip liquid cooling. So this is one example that we've calculated, which gives out the numbers. So you may say, where are the numbers? What's the proof that it is what you say it is? So here is the proof, that here we have taken a system which has got these 8 GPUs, and we have calculated based on 8 servers. And here are the numbers, air-cooled versus liquid-cooled. So as you can see, air-cooled data center or an air-cooled installation is costlier as compared to a liquid-cooled system of this kind. So the decision tree, this is the decision tree. When do you choose what? So whether you want to choose direct-to-chip cooling or immersion cooling, whether you want to choose liquid-to-air or liquid-to-liquid, and that is how you decide what kind of outdoor plant you need to support your liquid cooling within the data center itself. Sorry. So OpEx cost can get reduced by about 40% in a liquid-cooled data center. So I've talked a lot about what are the advantages, what exactly is liquid cooling. So this slide gives you a good idea of what a direct-to-chip liquid cooling would look like. So in the center you have a rack which is full of servers, and there is a CDU which is what is being shown here, and the CDU also goes into the rack. This is the CDU which does the heat exchange. And the inner loop flows on the rack, and the outer loop goes to the outdoor plant that you can see on the left. So, and here is a blow up of what is inside the server. So you have liquid traveling to the CPUs and the GPUs, as the case may be, and the heat that is taken out from here goes out to the outdoor plant, and that's the outdoor plant which cools the liquid and sends it back to the data center inside. So this is the blow up of the CDU, or the coolant distribution unit as they call it, which sits inside the rack and does the heat exchange, the inner loop versus the outer loop. And everything is redundant here, so you have redundant pumps, you have redundant power supplies, and so on and so forth, because this cannot fail, because you're relying on a liquid to cool the system. And this is what are the other components that are a part of the liquid cooling infrastructure. So you have the coolant distribution manifolds, or the tubes which sit behind the rack and carry the hot liquid out and the cold liquid in, and then distributes it within the rack to the server inside, and the CPUs and the GPU that need to be cooled inside the server. So that's what the coolant distribution unit, which sits at the bottom, and the coolant distribution manifolds, which are the tubes which carry the liquid in and out. And this is the quick disconnects which allow you to remove the connection of the liquid and then pull a server out, do whatever maintenance you want to do on it, and so on and so forth. So, and these are dripless, so even if you pull them out, it won't drip liquid out, unlike a tap, for example, where you close a tap, some liquid still drips out. These are dripless connectors. So whenever you pull a tube out, there is no liquid which comes out, because it is sealed at both ends. So this is how a rack looks like. Standard rack, slightly deeper, but other than that, that's the only change. And that's the outdoor plant, which can be on a roof or it can be on ground, depending upon what you're trying to cool, how much you're trying to cool, and what are the environmental conditions for it. The important thing that I want to point out here, that Supermicro makes these servers, makes all these liquid cooling infrastructure, and also the outdoor plant. So we are a one-stop shop, so to say, as far as liquid cooling is concerned, because we can provide a complete end-to-end solution, which is rare in this industry. And sometimes customers also are a bit apprehensive that liquid is coming into the data center and electricity is also flowing there. So when you combine both, that's a recipe for disaster. So they want somebody to take ownership of the complete ecosystem, and that's what we do. We do it everything ourselves, and we can do it at scale, which is a good advantage to have. So this is another one. And even this outdoor plant is modular. So depending upon your cooling needs or the amount of servers that you want to put in and cool with liquid cooling, you can make this bigger or smaller as the case may be, because these are also modular. We can go up to 10 kilowatts, and then once that 10 kilowatt range is reached, we can add another similar system next to it so that you can scale up your cooling availability. So that's on the enterprise side of things, but somebody who wants to do it on a POC basis, because this is fairly new, this technology is fairly new. So what about people who don't have infrastructure but want to test it out and say, okay, will this serve my needs? Is everything going to be as promised? For that, you can do a POC or a proof of concept. And for that proof of concept, you can go with that liquid to air. So there you don't need this outdoor plant. You can just put a rack of servers which are liquid cooled and connect it to a liquid to air CDU, which allows you to have the same benefits but at a much lower scale. So it's basically meant for a proof of concept where you're not investing in this kind of an infrastructure for the outdoor plant, but still testing out your liquid cooling at the rack level. These are some more pictures. We've installed this in our own premises in our headquarters in San Jose. And so these are actual photographs of our installation there. All right. So that's on the hardware side, but all these things have to be managed and monitored. And that's where the software piece comes in. And we have a tool called the Cloud Composer. And that's the tool which allows you to monitor all these liquid cooling infrastructure to see the temperatures, the flow control, the flow rate. If something's leaking, shut that down, which is a rare occurrence. But still, all those capabilities are built into it and can be monitored, alerts can be set, and so on and so forth. So you can see the temperature and the pressure and the flow rate and the humidity. All these things are monitored, measured, and recorded, and alerts can be set around it. So as I was saying, we do everything end-to-end as far as this whole infrastructure piece is concerned, from the computational platforms right up to the outdoor plant and everything else in between. So the one thing to remember as far as liquid cooling is concerned, that this is not meant for single system deployment. This is necessarily a rack level kind of a deployment, because you need to have that infrastructure for liquid to flow in and out and the heat to be extracted and so on and so forth. So for a single server, it doesn't make sense, because where will you connect it? And there are no industry standardization around liquid cooling. So it is not that you can do a mix and match, buy your server from somewhere, buy your liquid cooling from somewhere else, and mix and match them. That, till the time standardization doesn't happen at the industry level, won't work. So you have to look at one vendor who can do all these things. So we've done the world's largest deployment, as somebody was mentioning, and I was also mentioning earlier, with the 100,000 GPUs. This was on the H100 GPU platforms. The super cluster, as they call it, is what is shown here, one subset of it, and there are many more that needs to be replicated for that number. This is a view of our own factory premises, where we have manufacturing capabilities and testing capabilities around liquid cooling. So this cluster that we were talking about, the 100,000 GPU cluster, it was all deployed in 19 days. And the reason why it could be done in such a short time is because we manufactured, tested, cabled everything in our premises before we shipped it out to Tesla and X. And that is how within 19 days, 100,000 GPU cluster could come up. All right, so this is what we do. We do design, we do assembly, configuration, testing, and deployment at the rack scale. And so some advantages of Supermicro. And the link that you see at the bottom of the screen, I would urge you to go and look at this. This is the one This is a video on YouTube which talks about this installation and how from scratch to production about 120 days, and the servers itself 19 days from getting shipped to getting operational. So this is what the next generation AI will look like. With that, I come to the end of my presentation. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Supermicro team. Thank you so much, Mr. Vineet. Actually, is there any question for Supermicro team? Any question for Supermicro team? Thank you, Mr. Vineet. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, we have now, looks like 15 minutes just to check the booths of our vendors, and if there is any connections with them, then after that, kindly, we will prepare for the group photo on the stage. From the marketing perspective, this is the best photo for us to use it for all of our social media. So kindly, we have more than 15 minutes, just visit the booths, okay? There is one magician, sleight hands, he will take some shots with you, so please feel free to even use the coffee break outside. Thank you so much. 2, 3, cheers. The best, cheers. Okay. I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3. ADMC. Again, wait. One more. We will say bandwidth. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bandwidth. Amazing. One more. Oh, we will say Alcatel. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Alcatel. Amazing. One more. Supermicro. 1, 2, 3. Supermicro. Amazing. The last one, Hanwha. 1, 2, 3. Hanwha. The one for me. Kahwa. 1,